Hi, I'm Dave.
I'm Anime. So in this episode of Geek World Radio, we are taking the opportunity to talk about Naruto. It is one of our favorite shows, and this is sort of going to be a how-to guide for Naruto, and it's really twofold. For those of you who've never seen Naruto, it's going to give you a guide to how to watch it. And for those of you who stopped watching because of all the boring stuff, we're going to kind of give you the guide of what episodes to watch and where to start back up so that you can get back into it, because Shippuden is awesome.
Totally. Naruto is one of my favorite shows of all time. It's right up there in the top 5, along with things like Game of Thrones, X-Files. I love it that much.
Wow.
So yeah, it's amazing. So to start off, just so you know, Naruto is an anime that's based on a manga by Masashi Kishimoto. And basically, the way I try to describe it to people is it's sort of like Dragon Ball Z meets Harry Potter. Essentially, it's this anime about this boy who's growing up in this world of ninjas, in a ninja village, and he's trying to be the strongest ninja, essentially.
Yes.
There's these great characters, there's all kinds of great superpowers. It's really just a great heroic character, the character of Naruto himself. And it's really one of the most exciting and, I think, layered animes out there.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if you watch it subtitled or dubbed, although if you're watching it dubbed, you're way, way behind.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's just such a fun show, and it really is good for so many age groups.
Totally. The reason that we want to do this show was that there are situations in a lot of animes where the anime catches up with the manga, and so they start wasting a lot of time.
Right, in Dragon Ball Z, the fights last for 50 episodes.
Exactly. Why would they do that? Well, it's because they didn't know what else to do. Well, Naruto does it differently. Instead of having the fights last really long, they basically just do a bunch of waste episodes.
Yeah, they are totally useless, but the good news is that you can usually tell right away what the episode is like if you hear the music that goes do 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 do. It means that it is one of these waste episodes.
Exactly. Now, when Naruto starts out, from episode 1 to episode 135, it's completely amazing.
Yeah, it's incredible.
You find out about Naruto, you find out that there's a nine-tailed fox inside him that gives him powers, you meet Sasuke and Sakura and all the other ninjas, Jiraiya, who ends up being this awesome master, who's a lot like Master Roshi from Dragon Ball Z, and then there's the Chunin exams, and they bring out Gaara
and Orochimaru.
Exactly. There are all of these great characters and all of these great fights that happen in the first 135 episodes.
Yeah.
It is unbelievable. One of the coolest things you'll ever see. And then, all of a sudden, it all stops. Basically, the benchmark for where to stop watching the first section, which is Naruto, because there's Naruto and then Naruto Shippuden when he's a little older, is really after Sasuke leaves.
Yeah.
Sasuke leaves Leaf Village, and once that happens, after episode 135, stop watching Naruto.
Yeah, now every once in a while within those 135 episodes, there are, some kind of boring ones, some of the do-do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah.
But it's not so many of them in a row that you go, why am I even watching this?
Exactly. But the sad thing is, this anime started out in 2002, right? And then after Sasuke left, after episode 135, there was literally 84 wasted episodes.
Yeah. That's 2 years of watching crap.
At least 2 years. After Sasuke leaves, after episode 135, stop, move on to Shippuden, because it's going to piss you off.
Yes.
It's a little easier since you can watch them all in a row.
Right.
But for the people who watched when it was on, it's impossible. And once again, for you people that liked Naruto a lot, but once it started wasting time, this was the worst. Just after 135, go into Shippuden.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I know so many people that were like, yeah, I just couldn't take it anymore and figured it would never get good again.
Yeah, it does get good. So let's move on to Naruto Shippuden. Now, this is really, for me, when the whole thing reached its height. Now, for you Dragon Ball Z fans out there, a good way to look at it is Naruto is like Dragon Ball. Naruto Shippuden is like Dragon Ball Z.
Right.
It takes place 2.5 years after the end of Naruto. Naruto's went away. He trained with Jiraiya. He's back. He's more of a badass. It continues on with the story of Sasuke and Orochimaru.
His costume's a little bit different.
Exactly. And then you really get into the hardcore stuff with Shippuden, because you get into the Akatsuki.
Yes.
Which are these terrifying, monstrous ninja guys who are all going after Naruto to steal the nine-tailed demon fox inside him.
Yeah. Yeah, and, they wear those cool robes with the red clouds on them.
Yeah.
One of them is Sasuke's brother Itachi. So you got guys like Kasame, who's like this shark guy with a huge sword.
Yeah, a big shark guy.
You've got Hidan, who is a crazy mofo with
Yeah.
a scythe, and
He's like a voodoo guy.
He's
kinda.
out of his freaking mind.
Yeah. He's got this, like, fake god that he worships. There's Deidara, who's the artist guy. He's like an evil Andy Warhol.
Yeah.
He's super awesome. You got Sasori, who is a living doll.
He's a crazy living puppet.
It's really freaky.
And even
really
Itachi
amazing.
can trap you in a nightmare world.
Yeah, so Shippuden's really amazing. And really, episode 1 through episode 223 are spectacular.
That's a pretty good run,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. Now, there are a few episodes here and there where they kind of go on a mission that isn't super integral to the overall story.
Right.
But there's really no more than, like, 5 at a time that seems sort of like, okay, let's get back to the main story. So overall, 1 through 223 is amazing for Shippuden. And then there is a period of time where they do have a few crappy episodes, and they're pretty bad. They're real bad. But they're only 18 episodes of really bad.
That is not nearly as bad as the, 84 episodes? Yeah.
So like we said before with Naruto, how there's that benchmark of like Sasuke left, just move on to Shippuden. With Shippuden, basically Naruto gets on a boat. And from there, just stop till he gets back on the island, which is episode 243.
Yeah. Now, within those 18 episodes, you have things like ghost pirates. Sounds cool. Isn't.
There is literally an episode where Naruto's shadow clones revolt against him.
Yeah.
It's very bizarre set of 18 episodes, and I wouldn't really recommend it. 1 or 2 of them are kind of funny, but overall not that great.
Yeah.
But then after that, it gets back, he meets Killer Bee, he trains, there's awesome stuff after that, really up until right now, and that's like another 100 episodes.
Uh-huh.
So like we said, guys, it's really, really simple. Start Naruto from episode 1, you're going to be super amazed. Sasuke leaves Leaf Village. Stop watching it.
Yeah.
Move on to Shippuden.
Yes.
And then from Shippuden, it's another 200 episodes to get past the Pain fight, which, by the way, is like my favorite anime fight ever.
It was one of the best moments on TV a couple of years ago.
Exactly.
It is incredible. Pain is a terrifying bad guy, terrifying part of the Akatsuki, and the way that all wraps up is... It's just amazing.
And Naruto is so awesome and heroic at that point. It's like
Yeah.
amazing. But after the Pain fight, there's a few episodes, and then he gets on a boat. Once he gets on the boat, stop. Go 18 episodes later, he gets off the boat onto an island, starts training with Killer Bee, and the whole thing goes crazy because then the 4th Ninja War happens.
Yep.
And it's just amazing that all these characters from Naruto and Naruto Shippuden who have died are resurrected to fight against the living ninjas.
And the power of love only works with some of them.
Exactly. Some of them you just have to kill them.
Yeah.
Either way, guys, I hope this helps, and I hope you guys who haven't seen Naruto give it a shot. I really do think it's one of the best shows out there. Of all my years of watching stuff, Naruto is my favorite fictional character.
Right.
Without a doubt.
He's both the hero and the comic relief. He's awesome.
You can't go wrong.
And he has whiskers.
Exactly. And for those of you who like Naruto, who didn't like all the wasted time, I hope this helps, guys. I think this is the simplest way to go about it. That way you can see the story of Naruto, not have to worry about the wasted episodes, and it's all awesome.
Now, within those wasted episodes, I will admit that there are a few that we enjoy for the humor, and I think in another episode of Geek World Radio, we'll probably go into those episodes.
Just the funny episodes.
Yeah.
There are a few really funny ones. Either way, guys, what anime did you start watching and then stop watching because they just started wasting all your time? Let us know in the comments down below. Either way, if you want to listen to our radio show, we're on every week on Indie 100 and The Point.
And if you want to get in touch with us, you can send us an email to geekworldradio@yahoo.com, and be sure to check out our website, geekworldradio.com.
Kagebusha Nanchitsu! It didn't work.
Try harder.
I gotta go back to ninja school. Bye!